Welcome to the Trading Lounge and the European Forex crosses, and starting with the US dollar index here. We've been looking at wave 1 and wave 2 here, and then 5 waves up, the 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 for wave 1, and an A wave, a B wave and a C wave here in 5 waves. Once this is completed, then we can see further upside here. So we're expecting US dollar strength and euro weakness. Now, I just want to focus in on this little area here on the 15-minute chart for a moment. Now, I'd called this wave B here, and then we had 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 for wave 1, back for wave 2, and then we had wave 3 here. And then we're looking for wave 4, and wave 4 can still be in play as an A and a B, and 5 waves for a C wave, and that's probably the top right there. And then we'll look for 5 waves down for wave 5 in this particular case here, and then a move up from here. Now, if for some reason this market moves up from here, then need to reassess this 5 waves in here. And one of the ways I was looking at that is that you know that I'm not that keen on spikes, and we've got this spike here. So I was thinking that this could be countered differently here in terms of wave 1 here, wave 2 here, forgetting about the spike here, but basically 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 for the 3rd wave here, and the 4th wave here, and the 5th wave here. And I mean, what this does is this sort of points out that the euro actually has a top in play, but I don't know which way is correct here. I just don't know. We need some more evidence. But looking at this particular structure in here, in terms of an ABC correction as an A and a B and a C correction here, then it's pretty much likely that this top is in play here as that wave 4 here, and we'll look for wave 5 to move down directly from this point here. So it's really just a matter of allowing this to play out here. So just as long as you're mindful of that situation there. So when we look at the euro US dollar, it's the same situation. We could have a top in play here, or we've got the A, the B, and 5 waves down for the C wave here, and then we're looking for one more new high here in 5 waves here. Okay, so yeah, we just really need to allow that to play out. We weren't really interested in going short here unless we could identify something up here that we recognized, or we'll be looking at 1.1 as the resistance here, and then we can look to to pick up our reference point and short from that point. But yeah, I mean, even if this moves down through here, then we know that we're on a bearish pathway then, and then we'll still, there'll be a bounce off the 1.1, so you'll need to be careful about that. But it'll give us a shorting opportunity here and here. So we're just really waiting for confirmation as such. So, okay, the next market is the euro pound, and it's the same situation here as well. It's possible that a top could be in play, or we're looking at an A and a B and a C for wave 4 here. So, if this is a wave 4 here, then we'll see the market not take out that low. It would push up here, But if it takes this low out here, then we would have to look at this as being wave 1 and 2 here, and 3 here, and 4 here, and 5 here. Then there'll be an A and a B and a C wave, and then down again from that point. So once again, we just need to navigate through that sort of unknown territory there. The euro pound is in the same situation as well. It's in a bit of a nutshell without going into it too much. We're essentially from the low here, we're looking for an A wave, a B wave, and a C wave to the upside. So on this C wave to the upside, let's look at this on a 15-minute chart so we can see a bit more detail here. First of all, we've got from here, we've got wave 1 and 2 here, which is really quite nice. Then we've got all the third wave up to this point here. And then I was looking for an A wave and a B wave and a C wave here. And I can count 5 waves from the B wave here down through here. And we've got wave 3, wave 4. And in wave 5 here, we're looking for 5 waves. So I was looking for one more little wave here. But I also need to be a little bit careful that it's possible, I mean, this is pulled back to the 38.2 retracement level from of wave 3 here. So it's kind of fitting and all nice and neat and things. And a nice A, B, and C here. But this B wave here can also be counted as a 5-wave structure. So what that means is that this particular wave 4 here could actually be here, and then we've got actually wave 5 here. So that's sort of bugging me a little bit. And what that would mean, it would mean that, well, this C wave that I was looking for down here is actually the first 5-wave structure, and then we'll look for an ABC correction, pulling back up somewhat, and then moving down from here. So I don't know if we're going to get 5 waves coming up through here as such to finish this off, roughly the same length as wave 1 because the extension's in wave 3. Yeah, or we go down here. So I was thinking that, you know, once this little structure here finishes, we can have a look at that on the 5-minute chart perhaps, if it's a bit clearer. So yeah, you can see here that this is this B wave I was talking about. So it does, you know, it's not like it's in a B wave of like very clear like this here. It's more like it's in a 5-wave structure here. So, but anyway, as far as this goes, we've got down for 1 here, back for 2 here, down for 3 here, and an ABC for wave 4. And I think that this can pull back to the wave 4 of 1 lesser degree, have one more move here. But this would all look like 5 waves down here, you know. So, yeah, an ABC pattern back up into supply zone here and then down again. So, yeah, they can go both ways at this stage. So you'll just need to navigate through that situation as such. But once this low here is in play here, then you can look to short that. So, you know, even if this comes, I mean, if it is 5 waves here and then 3-wave counter trend, then you'll be able to pick it up at some point as the 138 as the resistance here, and have a reference point here and short from here as well. So yeah, just you have to wait for that. But you know, if this is wave 1, if it is wave 1 here, well then wave 3 is going to be longer than wave 1. So it does present quite a nice trade. And we're also looking for, just as a general comment, we're looking for a stronger US dollar, but we're also looking for stronger stock as well. We're expecting US and European indices to push up over the next session. We talked about this on Friday, and we're about 2 days, and so we're into Tuesday now. So this evening we should see those lows sort of firm up a little bit and see a bit of a move to the upside in the European indices. The US have already started, so that's good. So yeah, that helps support pushing these down a bit. The cable in this instance here has also moved down in line with the other ones, but as you can see, it's moved down quite sharply. I don't have 5 waves down here just yet. I've only got 3 waves here. So we've got the 1 and 2, and we're into the 3rd here. And once we've got 5 though, and normally the first 5 waves pulls back into the 50-60% retracement level here, and then we get our bounce off that point there. So if we can figure out we've got 5 here, then we know that we can look to short from this side here. So on the on the 15-minute chart here, it's still early days yet, And I can see that we've got 5 waves down here for 1 and back for 2 here, then 1 and 2 in here, 3, 4, 5. So we're still coming into the third of the third here, the fourth of the fifth of the third rather, and then there'll be the fourth wave here, and then the fifth wave. So if we do get 5 here, then you know that you're going to get a B, and C correction here, and then we're going to go down from that point there again. So that lines up a short trade from that point. So we could put basically, look for a setup here, of course, get your reference point and look to short here, and wherever that ever that previous high is there, the market shouldn't go back above that wave 2 there. So placing the stop above that would be the logical thing to do. And the next market is the pound yen. Once again here, I'm sort of looking at more of a bullish pattern here, even though this has come off quite strongly here. So we're looking for 5 waves down here. I don't know if I've got this on a... We can work it out though. So, I mean, it looks corrective here. So it looks like a bit of a wave 4, but let's just have a look. So 1 and 2, and 1, 2, 3. A bit large for a fourth, isn't it? And fifth, 5. So it's probable that that's... let me just check. Still overlapping. They're all sort of overlapping. This is 5 here in this sequence. This is 5 to this sequence here. So in a way, we do have 5 waves here. So that's fine. So the market can push up from here, but this has got overlapping structures here. So it's likely to be an A wave, a B wave, and a C wave here, and then move down here further, which lines us up here with wave 1 to this point here, and then this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 here for the third wave here. So that would give us the fourth wave back here, and the fifth wave down closer to 93 area here, about here somewhere. So that's what we're looking at there. If you can get your head around that, you're doing well. So yeah, we just trace this out again. So wave 1, wave 2, all of wave 3 here, wave 4, and then wave 5 here. So if we, I still need to let this play out, because I think it can be just part of a C wave here and then move up from there. So even though it's moved sharply and swiftly, I just want to... The other thing too that makes it sort of wave C of 2 here is that it's taken the top out here. So typical, well, not typical, but B waves can do that often enough. So it makes it a bit of a flat correction. So we should really be looking at that sort of 193.50 as the target point there. So maybe I can just extend that down here. That's all not quite right here, not to worry though, but anyway, you get the picture. So that's what we're looking at there. So I'd rather that play out here, then I want to have a look what's on this side here, just to see if this is still in bullish mode here of wave 1 and A and a B and a C for wave 2, and then up from that point there. The next market is the US dollar yen, and it's reasonably clear here that we've got a bearish pattern. We've got a swift move over here. We've got an A wave and a B wave and a C wave here in 5 waves. Then we've got wave 1 here. So we're looking back for wave 2 here at the moment. So we could also look to short. You could short that low here. Of course, it's going to get a bit rough, and we'll be looking for 5 waves down. So we've got 1 and 2 here. Maybe that's nearly finished. So it'll be like between 124 and 124.80 here. We'll see some type of correction here. and then down into 123.50, and maybe even down lower into 123 here, a bit lower still here. Let's just have a look at that on the 5-minute chart for a second here. Okay, I'm interested in this here. So, right, so, well, you can see here we've got 1 and 2 here, 3, 4, 5. So it doesn't really become any clearer than that. Then we've got the A wave, the B wave, and we are at the 61.8% already by the looks of it. So we're there already, so that's fine. Let me just have a look at that structure here. I think there's still more to this structure though. So from that point here, we have wave 1 and 2 here, and then 1, oops, a daisy. 1 and 2, 1 and 2 here, 3, 4. I think there's a little bit more to go like this, and currently we are just coming into this little, we're basically in, it's not very clean, is it? Basically we're in here at the moment. But either way, I mean, we just got to look for a short situation here. So that top of wave 1 here and the balance line in here. So 124.40 as a retested resistance here would be that there as a retested resistance would be a short trade from that point there. And also too, once this finishes doing its thing up here, this trend line will become the retested resistance there as well. All right, that's enough waffling on for that. Thanks for tuning in. Cheers.